She did it. She was out first. Welcome back to High Heels Happier Podcast,
Welcome.
where we talk about all the things we like to talk about. Whatever we feel like talking about. No. Health, wellness, lifestyle, style, beauty, all the
A little bit of everything.
things in life.
And I'm Ingrid.
And I'm Christina. So, how's your week?
Week was great.
That didn't sound convincing.
It's just been very busy. We start volleyball club season soon. So I'm not sure.
Yes, we were at a very long parent meeting yesterday.
So I'm not sure, but it's been really busy. Scheduling busy. Everything's busy. So I haven't had really much of any time myself. So it's been a little stressful.
Yeah.
Because I'm just go. But other than that, not so bad. How about you?
Good. Had my son visit back home for the first time since he started college. He came home for the weekend. So it was really nice to have everyone in the house. Yeah, that was great.
It must have been fun.
Yeah. He's a very short plane ride away. He's in Atlanta and we're down here in Florida. But yeah, it was nice. He thought it was nice to come home to a home-cooked meal and to his own bed. Because you know those dorm beds are really tiny. They're like twin beds.
They are small. And he's probably used to what?
A queen by himself. Yeah.
He must be sleeping so straight and narrow.
Yeah. So, so that's been good. Let me see. You have a little lipstick on your tooth. See? It happened to everyone, even a crow. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my
That's what
goodness.
we do.
So life hack.
Yeah.
Wipe your teeth off before you start your podcast. So life hack, Christina.
So one of my discoveries that I have really used, I have to do a health hack. Yes, I do love. I love so water. We talk about drinking water a lot and the importance of being hydrated. Well, just drinking water can get really boring.
Yes.
But also, the more water you drink, you kind of flush out a lot of salts and minerals. So it's important, especially if you exercise a lot, like I do, and you sweat, then to replenish with electrolytes. So sodium, magnesium, potassium. And I have found, it's a popular brand, but I really love them. It's called, you can't see it, Elements. So it's spelled LMNT. And they have these electrolyte, they come in all different flavors. This one, to be honest, so this is a spicy flavor. I use this for my margarita mix. So I use this and tequila. That's my margarita.
And she's getting hydration.
Getting hydration. And it's also, but all the other flavors, I love the citrus salt. They're all a little bit salty because it has the needed sodium you need to replenish your minerals. But I love the raspberry salt. I love the watermelon salt. I love the citrus salt. And I like this for my margarita, the habanero, mango chili.
But that is your favorite margarita, is the habanero.
It's my favorite margarita, yes. But this one is good for making it good. So yeah, and I'll put a link to Element. So if you wanted to find, it's not a sports drink, it's an electrolyte. And I was, too, anecdotally, so I was with my mom, I told you guys last week, I was back in Sweden a couple of weeks ago, and she needs to drink a lot now going to cancer treatments. I mean, she's been really bad at drinking water always. And she doesn't really enjoy gulping down bottles of water. Yeah. So I brought the citrus salt to her and she really liked it. So every day we made a big bottle, I put one of those packs in and she finished it. So if you know someone who should be drinking a little more, giving them little something to help that's not does not have any sugar, has a little bit of stevia in it, but it's not a super sweet drink at all. But getting all those minerals, I highly recommend Elements. They have all good things and very little bad things in them. So yeah, that's my hack. Drink Elements.
My hack is probably 3-in-1, and don't get used to this because today you're gonna get a little bit of a bonus. Okay, so
I can't wait.
So a couple other things. So a little tidbit on our topic is going to be meals and healthy eating on a budget. So a couple of the apps that I like is Rocket. I think I've talked about
about that before,
but I'm going to say it again because it keeps track of your spending.
Yes.
So it tells you, hey, by the way, you spent this much more than last week. And it tells you if you're getting charged double by subscriptions.
Yep.
The next one's Upside, which is for gas, which is really nice because you get cash back and you can use it on a bunch of different stores. And Fetch and Ibotta, those are grocery ones. And those are the ones that you can go grocery shopping, Target, Walmart. Sam's is a little bit different. It's the bulk store. You take a picture of your receipt and it gives you points and you can use it for pretty much any store they have. And so most of them have like Amazon, Target, gas cards, food, Dunkin' Donuts. So those are stuff that you buy anyways. Might as well just use the cash back to buy stuff. So
is it like Rakuten, whatever it's called?
Yes, similar. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
cool.
That's my little trio today.
Yeah. Well, we are going to talk about budgets.
Yes.
You're going to talk about, well, let's just step back and say why it's important to talk about this. We're on our health kicks as usual, but a lot of people think that eating healthy is going to cost more. And unfortunately, the truth is that all this highly processed foods is very cheap, like the dollar menu at McDonald's, all this highly palatable, super processed foods seems to be the cheaper options. It's quick fix, a quick meal, and tastes good, but won't sustain you very long. It won't keep you full for very long. So therefore, I think a lot of people think, oh, well, I can't afford eating healthy. And we want to bust that myth today with showing you that you can eat very healthy, find healthy foods in a budget-friendly way.
Yes, and also too, you talked about this, I believe, last week on labels. A lot of people, say gluten-free or heart healthy, they'll raise those products prices higher because it's gluten-free and heart healthy. So it's beneficial for you to just get a potato and make French fries and have that indulgent of French fries, just not getting them processed. So it's just making better choices, and it's really not that much more. I think you're saving.
In some ways, I mean, absolutely. Yeah. Because eating out and eating, even if it's a fast food restaurant, doing that several times a week, it adds up quickly. Because again, that food does not sustain you very long. So you're going to eat something else again. So no, it's not sustainable to eat out.
Nope, it's not. Right, ready?
I am ready.
Okay. So talking about eating out, planning your meals.
Yes.
And I try to plan my meals. I've gotten better.
Yeah.
But it does make a huge difference when I plan my meals. And that avoids wasting food.
Yeah.
And shopping lists. I've been better at shopping lists, but I also have to make sure I'm not hungry when I go shopping.
Well, that's true. Don't go grocery shopping hungry. But no, have a running shopping list. I know there are apps for that too, that you can, the whole family can add to the list. I kind of like the old paper version but all the kids know that if it's something they're missing or it's something they take the last of to put it on the
I
on
just
the
started doing
list.
that on the fridge.
Mhm.
I have a running list on the fridge.
Yeah.
So, because I usually don't eat some of the stuff they eat.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, knowing what to get and sticking to the plan when
yes.
you go shopping.
Okay. So the next one is, and this is, we're just going through a list of things that we thought were important.
Yep.
So we're always open for ideas when you guys
Mhm.
listen and
Yep.
let us know.
Yep.
The next one we have is buy in bulk.
Yeah, and really take advantage of, so buy in bulk, all of it. I mean, vegetables,
Mhm.
fruits, potatoes, whatever it is, getting to those stores like Sam's Club or Costco really can save you a lot of money. I will say though, if you're in a household by yourself, maybe buying 7 romaine lettuce is not sustainable.
Not practical.
So yeah, not practical. But if you are a family and the best part I think is now there's so much more organic options at these stores. I know
Mhm.
Sam has really. I know Costco is a little bit. Sam is the poor man's Costco. Not that Costco is that much more expensive, but Costco is always has a better. But we don't have Costco where we live, so we should be happy with Sam's.
Yes,
But
I
they
guess.
do have a lot more organic options, which for fruit and vegetables can be very important. Now, not all fruits and vegetables need to be organic. And there is a list online. We'll put a link to it
Okay.
as well. It's called the Dirty Dozen. And those are the 12 things you definitely should try to buy organic. And why they should be bought organic is because otherwise they have so many pesticides sprayed on them that really you can't get rid of them just by rinsing them.
So you're trying to eat healthy, but you're just killing yourself
Exactly.
with
So, but then
pesticides.
things that have peels that you remove, like banana, avocado, they do not need to be organic because you're taking off the peel. You're not eating the peel. And then some things like berries are very highly sprayed. So those should definitely. But that list, the Dirty Dozen, is a good.
Okay.
But anyway, there's a lot of options organic in it. And I will say, even a big carton or big box of organic strawberries at Sam's cost about the same as the little itty bitty one, the Publix.
Yes.
So
Yes.
even if it's, maybe some of them go bad before you're done with it, it's still probably a better option to buy them at the big bulk stores.
And on that note, when you just said if they go bad, fresh produce
Yep.
and cheese
Yep.
can be frozen.
Absolutely.
And I just learned that today about the cheese because I love cheese.
Yeah. No, cheese can be, so we buy like the mozzarella and you get a lot. So just freeze it.
No,
Have it in the freezer.
That was a life hack for me that I
I'm
enjoy.
glad I could share that with you. But definitely, so buy the bulk and freeze. And when it comes to trying to eat better protein, since we always talk about the importance of protein, of course, eating organic there too, when it comes to chickens, is ideal. But if you can't, then, the next best thing is finding something in bulk as well. And you can freeze what you're not using at the moment. So if you I know you buy a lot of those chicken breasts. Yeah, and I'm sure you don't use all of them at once. But
no, well, they're getting a lot older and bigger. Yeah, so
that's true. But you can just open the packaging and just portion freeze.
Yes.
You can use fish. Fish you can do with seafood, meat, poultry. Just get the.
I portion it and I also marinate it differently.
Okay.
That way they don't have the same taste all the time.
Yeah.
So I'll marinate it and portion it.
Yeah.
So
can I just add something too? I don't know if you have it on the list, but something
when
we're talking about cooking, because not everyone loves to cook, or a lot of people feel that it's a very daunting activity, or oh, it's so hard, I don't know what to do. I mean, there's so many free recipes out there.
Mm.
I love Pinterest. Have I told you how much I love Pinterest? So
Yes.
most of my recipes these days come from Pinterest.
Okay.
And often they have a video in there too that you can see how they make it, but it's really not hard. And you can search on anything. So say that you buy a big thing of chicken, you can just go into Pinterest and search for chicken recipes, and you'll have 2,000 of them to choose from. But really, cooking is not as hard as it seems.
Well, I'm half and half on that because it does take time.
Yes.
But
Not
I do
everything. Not everything takes time. I mean,
No,
there are
but I do
definitely
like the
recipes.
crock pot. I do crock
Yeah,
pot.
you do. I love the air fryer.
Yes. So, okay,
The
really
air
quick and funny.
fryer. Yes.
So I let Christina borrow my air fryer. She was like, I can't use this. She's like, I don't know. This is not for me. And then she got a huge. She's like, oh my god, this air fryer is the
Yes.
best. I'm like,
Yes, it is
I
the
let
best
you-
invention ever.
I let you borrow mine too.
I
and it is-
know. But I thought it was. I don't eat fried food, but that's before I knew that you could make anything in there. Vegetables, and
You know, I'm not that
salmon,
bad.
and
I'm
chicken.
a really cool, practical friend.
Yes, I'm
Sometimes
so
I'm like-
glad she introduced me to. So air
like,
fryer, I think
yes.
too, for healthy cooking, is such a great. And they're so cheap now. You can buy smaller air fryers for like barely $50. I mean, I know Home Goods have them. I
Yes,
bought
no.
my first air fryer. I think it was $20 at Home Goods because I wanted to try it out, see what the hype was about.
And now she got.
And now I have the
huge one.
humongous mother load air fryer. But
I have to be
that
better.
is
I
really-
want. Not I have to. I want to be
so-
better.
I even
With-
taught my mom now in Sweden how to, because I got her an air fryer for her birthday. And
awesome.
she's been a little reluctant because she's not, but now she saw we just put everything in there. She's like, oh my God, this is so easy.
The kids like it.
Yeah. So yeah, I highly recommend that. And there's a lot of air fryer recipes on Pinterest as well.
And on recipes, I want to be better doing
Uh-huh.
recipes because I think too it builds a palette too of different
Mhm.
tastes. But also, I tend to when I do a recipe to ask the children to choose, so
Okay.
that way they can maybe try something they want to try.
Okay, well, that's
So-
a good idea.
That always
Yeah.
helps because then they don't say, "Oh, mom, this is horrible." I'm
Well,
like,
then
"No,
they can
chose
you can
it."
pick a thing on Pinterest and say pick the one you like, which one
Yes.
looks best.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that.
But don't think you need to go buy a bunch of cookbooks because there's so many free options out there. Don't buy a cookbook.
That's more space to be
Yeah.
taken. All right, let's see. Next one is this one's I was half and half on was embrace frozen food
Yes,
because
absolutely.
I thought it's frozen,
Frozen
it's-
and canned goods.
yes.
Yep.
So you said beans are good,
Beans definitely you can buy canned.
tomatoes.
You know, if you're making a tomato sauce, canned tomatoes or whole
Mhm.
tomatoes for making tomato sauce is perfect, and
Okay,
it's a healthy option.
but also read the labels
Read the label, make sure
and
there's not a
fish.
bunch of
because it can be
sugar.
canned, but it can
Mhm.
have also a ton of stuff on it.
oil, and if you're buying tuna, for instance, it could be a bunch of oil. But otherwise, I mean, vegetables you can buy canned, which is usually super cheap. I love like artichoke hearts.
I don't like them canned.
Okay. So I have an air fryer recipe for that.
Okay,
Yes.
It's just a
I'm
thought.
gonna
I
make
was
you
like,
that
"Ooh."
tomorrow or
Oh,
Wednesday.
man.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's super healthy for you too. So definitely, and frozen. I mean, frozen fruit. You can find them year round, so you don't have to wait for it to be seasonal. But frozen fruit is great, and it's always frozen at the peak of its ripeness. So frozen vegetables and frozen fruit is a cheap, great option that you can keep in your freezer and only use as much as you need. So there's never any waste.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This was also half and half because I guess depending on what you have a preference,
Mhm.
but I think I went to
Were you in Sweden
I
too?
think so. Generic brands.
Yes.
So
Especially when it comes to canned goods and frozen goods like that. So many stores now have their own brands, like Publix have their own brand. I'm sure Walmart has theirs and Sam's have theirs.
yes.
Definitely pick. They're most of the time, 99.9% of
Yes.
the time, they are the cheaper option.
More affordable
So-
and quality is
Yeah.
pretty similar because they have to keep,
Definitely.
the
Yep.
standards.
Yep. So don't need to go for Bush's beans. You can go for Publix beans.
Yes. All right. Next we have buy seasonal produce. So this is really great when it comes to like peaches,
Yeah, apples now.
apples.
Here, when we're
Apples
recording
were
this.
so expensive the other day.
Oh,
Yeah, I went to go buy a
I bought some on sale yesterday. I thought that was great.
What?
Yeah, it's Fresh Market had Honeycrisp, which is my favorite, on sale.
Oh, I just bought a
I'm
bag
like,
at Target. It was
apple
$8.
Oh. No, but buying it in season is, first of all, is when it tastes the best.
It should be in season now.
Yeah, but it's also when it is the most affordable. So I know we can find most things year round, but if you want to stick to a budget, stick to things that are in season.
Yeah, I was just sharing that it's in season. It wasn't in my budget.
Yeah.
I still bought them
Yeah.
because
Oh. Okay.
well,
Maybe not buy them at Target.
that too,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the kids really like apples, and
Yeah.
it was convenient. That's what I
Yeah.
get. I paid
Yeah.
for the convenience fee.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. So this one is what I thought, what we meant when we said canned. Canned and processed are two separate things.
Well, I mean, if it's canned, it is processed in some form, but it can be highly processed or it could be processed. I mean, honestly, anytime you touch something or a human touch something and do even peeling nuts is a
Yes.
form of processing, and maybe you roast them and salt them. That's a form of processing
Yes.
because human hands have done something to
But
it.
I
But there's a difference.
related them or correlated them to like chips and dips
Mhm.
and like dressings.
Of course,
and
they're
all.
super processed.
So that stuff stay
Yeah.
away from. Like salsa, make your own salsa.
Try to, because also when you buy store-bought things like that, like dressings,
Mhm.
like as you said, salsa or guacamole or things, sometimes yes, it could be out of convenience, but in order to stay on the shelf, it's a bunch of chemicals in there.
Mm.
And also there's a lot of sneaking in of oils, those seed oils that we're all supposed to or should avoid. When you make it yourself, you can
Mhm.
make sure you have olive oil or avocado oil or something like that. That is and it's in the long run so much cheaper to make it yourself.
Yes, I've learned that. All right, so next is, we talked about this, the budget-friendly recipes. They actually have a link for budget-friendly. So,
On Pinterest?
well, not Pinterest, because I don't use
I am
Pinterest too much,
sure
but I'm pretty sure.
you don't use Pinterest? My goodness. Is there such a thing?
I'm an I, which is I get easily distracted.
Oh, well, then you can sit on Pinterest for hours.
and
Yes.
it would waste my whole
That's true.
day.
That's true.
So I love that you love it and you can
Yeah,
share what you
I'll
love.
share.
I'm
I'll
gonna
print
say
the ones.
yes, I will stay away from it. So there are budgets or links for budget friendly meals,
Mhm.
and then I will link a couple that I found.
Okay.
So on
Great.
the show notes, and we've talked about this a whole lot, and you mentioned it earlier. Drink water
Mm-hmm.
instead of juices and soda.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they add a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
But at the same time, drinking too much water,
Yeah.
is not that great for you.
If you exercise, make sure you replenish with some electrolytes, but you do not need to replenish with sugar.
Yes, and something I've talked about before. You see the pattern here. We talked a lot about this, so you should do it. Is I take lemon, lime, oranges,
Mhm.
and grapefruit
Mhm.
when they're really ripe.
Yeah.
I cut them
And
at
you
their
freeze
peak,
them.
and I freeze
Yeah.
them. So then, when I have water for
Mhm.
dinner, I put a frozen grapefruit, orange, and a lime, and
That's
I just let
good.
it
Yeah.
sit.
So when they're on sale, you
Yeah.
buy them and you freeze them.
I mean,
buy
I'm
them in
pretty
bulk.
sure you can use it for any fruit, but I think citrus
Yeah.
tends to taste the best.
Yeah.
All right, and the next one we have is compare prices, utilize coupons and discounts.
Mhm.
So, and that's with apps or stores. A lot of the stores now have curbside pickup.
Yeah.
So if you're in a rush or if you plan ahead, you can order when you need to and do curbside pickup. I do curbside pickup a ton.
I have never done curbside pickup. Ever.
I think the mic just dropped.
No, I think your jaw just dropped. But no, I've never seen the need for it. No.
I give my curbside pickup people like gift cards.
You give them Christmas cards?
Yes. Really?
Never done curbside pickup.
They know me by name and the children. Oh
no.
Lord.
Hey, those are some extra steps I get just walking into the store.
Okay, well, okay.
I like to park in the very, very back too. So
okay, well.
Okay. Well, we can agree to disagree on that one.
Really?
Yeah. No. Never.
Oh man, they know my name. I know how many kids they have, children. Oh God. Okay. Well, let's. Well, then you don't need to worry about that. Avoid impulse purchases.
Oh, so when we talked about that when we said making the list.
Yes.
So, yeah, don't shop hungry, but also yes, those impulse. Oh, it's buy one get one free, which I do love, but if you don't need it and it's not healthy and it's not on your list, don't fall for it.
I don't. I do curbside. So
yes, that's the good thing about curbside. You can't fall for the temptations.
Oh
but
gosh, that's
yeah,
so funny.
no, it's yeah. Just because it's buy one get one free doesn't mean it needs to end up in your tummy.
I don't have that issue. Yeah. But some of you might. So stop doing it, please, and thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So this you're really good at. Your DIY for granola dressings and broth.
I've never ever. Well, the only dressing I will buy is a ranch because Bella likes ranch. I don't like ranch, and I try to make it myself, and that just wasn't worth the time. I could, but it's just I buy that one. But otherwise, no. Dressings are, again, people think it's so hard. It's not. It's easy.
So maybe you can share what you do because I don't buy dressings, although I do like them too with my chicken wings.
There are plenty of recipes for blue cheese
dressings.
Oh, yeah. Go to Pinterest.
Oh, my Lord.
Dressings really are, I think, since I do love eating salads, or I eat a lot of vegetables, I think the dressing is what makes the magic.
Okay, that's going to be a new one for me to try.
I do. I mean, I have like 10 dressings I go in between. And I come up, the base for what you need for dressing is oil and something acidic. So it could be a vinegar, it could be lemon juice. Because oil and the acidic is a good combination.
Okay.
And then you can do Dijon mustards, or you can do nutritional yeast, which I love in dressing. You could do apple cider vinegar. I mean, there's the endless possibilities. But if you want to stick to the basic, get olive oil, balsamic vinegar. There you go. That's your dressing.
So I do olive oil, lemon, and salt.
Yeah.
Pretty much that's what we always do.
Well, that we can do a lot more with that.
So well then.
And I will say too, when you make dressings and if you make sauces or marinades, don't forget the peel of the citrus. So like orange peel, lemon peel. It's great flavor and a lot of nutrition right in the peel. So make sure you add that in, not just the juice.
Well,
yeah. I'm
taking notes.
0 calories.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So now do you want anything else to add? Because we're
I think it's a good. I think the planning part is really the most time consuming. It's just planning ahead. Mm-hmm. But really you do not have to resort or default to prepackaged foods in just because you think it's easier and cheaper. It really is not. And food is so fun. And if it doesn't taste good, you know what? That's okay. You can start over. It's not the end of the world.
So a couple, and this is not on here, but I wanted to ask you because I can, is what is a healthier alternative to rice? I know there's a couple of grains that you say to stay away from.
Well, just a little bit of nutrition. When it comes to carbohydrates, carbohydrates is the one macro the body doesn't really need. Yes, it's great if you do exercise a lot and you use a lot of fuel. Sure, absolutely. Some carbohydrates is good, but it's not. The body needs fat and needs protein in order to survive. It can live without carbs. So grains and so now when it comes to if we want to add some carbs in, of course we can do that. Yeah, rice is okay. It's just there's not a lot of nutritional value.
So what would be a great alternative, especially for me that I have 3 growing children? Like,
what is and of course, when they're growing, you're not gonna restrict carbohydrates.
No, I don't want to.
Growing,
but what would be
what you would eat when they're eating rice? Is that what you mean, or just have something else?
Well,
so
usually have a little
rice?
bit. Yes, something else. Is it a potato?
Sweet potato is a great slow starch.
Okay.
I mean, sure, you could do cauliflower rice, but not all kids will buy that trick. But a little bit, sure, they can have. But I think it's just make sure that there's more protein, because then they're not going to fill up on the carbohydrates.
Okay, just wanted.
It wasn't on my carbohydrates notes, turn into sugar in our bodies. So, and if we eat fruit, for instance, we're going to get carbohydrates from it because it has sugar in it. So it's not like we're not eating any of it.
Yeah,
we are, but sometimes those kind of nutrition-wise poor poor nutrients like rice, it's not great. It's more of a filler. But I mean the Asians, they love their rice and they're pretty healthy, so it's not
well, also
all that
too is
bad,
that you add to the rice. But I just wanted to ask,
but they eat a lot of protein. That's what people always take that. Well, Chinese people have been eating rice forever. Yeah, but they eat a lot of protein.
Okay. So the kids tend to eat,
and they don't eat other sugars. It's one thing if you're not having any sugar in your diet, then of course you can have some more carbohydrates. But if you're eating a lot of fruit, eating other sugary things, then you should avoid it.
Got it. I love it. Ooh, and then one last thing for DIY. You mentioned it too. Not granola, Greek yogurt.
Yes.
So Christina loves her Greek yogurt.
I do. Great source of protein.
Great source of protein. I do like a ranch powder mix. Sometimes I just go in the cupboard, whatever I have, and I do that as sour cream. So instead of sour cream, I use Greek yogurt.
In Greek yogurt. And it's more fermented, so it's great
on burgers for dressing.
Yep.
That's what I use for dressing.
Yeah.
Now that I just thought about it.
Yeah.
So, or the dip. Now I will tell you that I think I've shared with this before is I use a little bit of Jell-O cheesecake mix, which is not great because it has a sugar. So I'm looking to see for an alternative for dipping with apples or fruit, any fruit. So that's my last tidbit. So remember that eating healthy doesn't have to be expensive.
No, definitely not.
And planning your meals is prioritizing your health and wealth.
That was so well
I know.
Drum roll.
Just love it.
All right.
We hope you enjoyed a little.
Well, I have my element drink here, so I'm just gonna say cheer with my element drink.
Till next time.
Till next time. Bye bye.
Cheers.